Okay, so what we're going to be working with is the underlying energy, and the underlying energy is the Four of Cups. So for some of you guys, I think this is contemplation. I'm about giving an offer, receiving an offer. I feel like this is a state of being emotionally stuck, though, most importantly, because, I mean, there's a lot of contemplation that's going on in this reading here, a lot of thinking, a lot of needing of reassurance that I'm seeing in this reading. And it's totally understandable, especially if you're going to do something that's completely outside of your comfort zone. Yeah, you're going to want a little bit of reassurance. However, I do get the sense that with this Four of Cups as well, it's like just feeling like you're not sure of what to do, how to get out of your situation, or like, you know, what are the, you know, consequences of getting out of your situation. Let's see what's underneath. The Sun. Interesting. So underneath the Four of Cups is talking about illumination, seeing all the answers, seeing the path to happiness. It's like, you know, almost that you know where to go from here, but it's still a little bit daunting. That's at the end of the day. It still feels a bit daunting to kind of go ahead and achieve this goal. Okay, now, so for your current state of being, you guys have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles talks about, you know, finally seeing the fruits of your labor starting to blossom, but it's not quite at the peak that you want it yet. So it can be a little bit frustrating to know that there's still a little bit more work to do, which is completely understandable, especially if this is a relationship that you're currently in, right? You put in a lot of work in this relationship and you're still having to battle with it pretty much, like get it to where you want it. And it's like, oof, okay, well, how much more do I need to put in here? And it's typically a little bit more, and it's, you know, even if it was just like a little bit, like a teeny tiny bit, it's still kind of like, ugh, whatever with this. But what you guys want to be is the Eight of Swords, and I feel like this is you guys wanting to not be stuck in your head, not feel like you have no options, be able to make the choices and make the moves that you want to make without feeling like your thoughts are keeping you from being able to do something. So that's most likely why I said that the Four of Cups was more like feeling as though you're something, you know, is daunting, like not really feeling like you have a lot of options. But at the same time, like you feel like there's something about some sort of emotional circumstance, like you're stuck in your emotional state here, and there's a new beginning right behind you. It's just, I don't know if it's not like you don't see it because you have the Sun underneath, but it's almost like it's just you don't know what to trust because you have those Three Cups here that you've experienced, and it hasn't been very happy-go-lucky in the first place. Now, the reason why you guys have, you know, aren't able to get to, you know, clearer thoughts and, you know, smoother waters is because of the Ten of Cups. And that's a very interesting card to get in between. This could be because of family. Maybe there's some sort of restrictions that you have or responsibilities, because you guys are very family oriented, and you guys are very traditional. You guys are ruled by Saturn, so it makes sense that, you know, you guys go, you know, in family first, okay? But I feel like it could be that the reason why you're not able to make the certain moves or the certain, I guess, options, or yeah, pretty much moves to go after what it is that you want, is because perhaps there's family matters involving this. And it could be that, yeah, because I mean, I don't think a happily ever after would keep you from being able to do what you want. It could be like you could have just finished a cycle and you're not sure exactly how to get out of the situation. You're just trying to tie it all up. And, you know, it's kind of hard to think about step B or step A after the cycle, you know what I'm saying? So it could be that you just finished a cycle and you're not necessarily sure what to do yet. Or you're not really comfortable with stepping outside of this situation yet because you're just finally getting a sense of like bliss. Whether it's a happily ever after or it's just something that's finally over and you can just start to heal now. And the reason why the Ten of Cups is coming up is because of the Magician. It's something that was manifested. Perhaps, you know, perhaps this was in fact potentially the cycle was about your preparation for something, you being prepared for something, you getting ready for something. Feeling as though you can manifest whatever it is that you want, feeling in your heart and soul that you can channel the energy from the sun, from the sky to the earth, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. I feel like this whole cycle was about preparing you to take on more responsibility or take on this new journey that's coming your way after this cycle's ended. But I feel like for some of you guys, this could be that there's family, and then at the same time, there could be that you're finishing a cycle, and you right now you're just trying to kind of take every little step at a time. Now, your advice is the King of Swords, and this is someone that's the communicator. It's someone that is very good at giving advice, but this is also someone that is very logical in how they are very stuck in their truth. They're very open-minded. They'll hear you out, but they will never compromise their own truth. And I feel like with this card being in your best interest and your advice, it's almost like it's saying that maybe, you know, either I don't think it's consulting a lawyer per se, because I don't see any law cards, but I do get this feeling that it's like it's definitely urging you to utilize the communication skills that you've got, because the King of Swords is the master of communication, and gaining information, utilizing his intelligence to the best of his ability. And I feel like you have, like, since you were sitting here through this last cycle, mastering your skills, mastering your power. I mean, that's what the magician does. He masters everything, and he realizes that everything he needs is within himself. So I feel like you have master qualities right now, but the thing is, it's time to utilize these master qualities. So with the King of Swords, I feel like it's utilizing what master quality you have for the King of Swords, whether it be intellect, whether it be communication, knowing your truth, walking in your truth, doing things that really vibrate with you internally and, and resonate with your belief system. Communication is the big way to go with the King of Swords. And that's pretty much your advice here, because in your feelings, you have the Page of Pentacles. Like, you are looking at the details, but you also have something very valuable that you're wanting to offer to someone. And I feel like it's your emotions, because it's in your feelings, right? You feel like your feelings are very vulnerable, not very vulnerable, but very valuable. And I feel like you want to offer that to somebody. It could be someone that you want to give your heart to, because the Page of Pentacles is somebody that is a little, it's typically a child, right? A student, but somebody that is also a messenger as well, a messenger of something that's valuable. So I feel like since it's in your feelings, it could be something that you feel like your emotions you see as valuable, which is excellent. You should. And I feel like there's, you're contemplating an offer, you feel like an offer is valuable, and you're looking at the details at the moment, but emotionally, I feel like you feel this emotional, like, you feel something emotionally attached to this offer. In your hopes and fears, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like you hope that somebody potentially would come to you for an offer, or perhaps you hope that you can give this offer to someone. I feel like potentially, there's a lot more work ahead, of course, with the Seven of Pentacles there, but I don't know if this is one of these cards that's like you're worried about doing more work, or you're willing to do the work, or you're at least giving the opportunity to do the work. I think that's pretty much where I would go with the Knight of Pentacles. I don't feel anything bad with this. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, because he moves very slow, but he takes his time because he looks at the details. He looks very closely at the details. He doesn't commit full-fledged yet, because he wants to be absolutely 100% sure that it's whatever he's into, he agrees with and he can do, and he'll jump right in. He can be the most committed knight of all the knights, but he's the slowest to commit because he wants to be sure. Okay, but he works very hard, right? He is the most reliable. But when it comes to commitment, it takes him a second. So I feel like these two are both messengers, man. I feel like there's some news that either you want to give, or you have a response to some sort of offer here with like the Four of Cups. But ultimately, it leads to the King of Cups, where this is all about, feeling in love, feeling emotion towards someone. This could be, that you feel, more vulnerable in your relationship. Excuse me. This is very interesting. I like this card because it shows that you're emotionally open here. And it's not to say that you're not emotionally open, but you have mastered your abilities and your skills to communicate and to control your emotions. To know what you want even as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and clarify a couple things, because I have some questions. Let's go ahead. Why is the King of Swords in their advice? What are you trying to ask them to do? Consult the King of Swords. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That's what Aquarius is. Aquarius is first, because kings are fixed signs. Or Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. The High Priestess. Interesting. So you know who this individual is. Okay. That's what they're trying to tell me. You know who this individual is. All right. That's not enough for me, though. This person, this person knows everything. That's pretty much what that means. Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. Okay. So it could talking about, okay, so this King of Swords, this could be someone that's very intellectual, very smart, very intelligent. This could, I mean, I feel like this was you guys, to be absolutely honest. And typically I don't read you guys as that because, you know, you guys would come up as queens. But I get this feeling, right? Like this is about somebody that you know already. You know this individual already. And you have, I think maybe even, perhaps this is someone that you've either offered love to before or they've offered love to you. So I feel like that's why you're taking it into heart, right? Maybe you're taking it and picking it apart and looking at the details. Or maybe you have an offer of your own to give that's, you know, that you feel is, you know, that can really seal the deal. Because the Page of Pentacles is something that offers longevity. So I feel like, yeah, there may be, you know, the situation here where you feel like, you know, you want to offer something that can actually last a long time. This person was coming from their place of love and non-attachment, and this, you want to attach something to it. All right, you want something more tangible. And the Knight of Pentacles could be that you may feel like you may be a little bit too young, or a bit naive, perhaps, going into this. But you've mastered stuff. You've got the confidence now. Okay. You don't want to get to this place, right? So you want to be able to make the moves that you want to make despite this craziness that's going on in your head, right? And it's like that's us humans, right? We always have something crazy going on in our head. It's like we can't. It's like so hard to tell to just shush. I'm doing something, you know. But I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like you want to offer something cement, okay? Something that's hardcore, like, you know, committed to somebody. Okay, let's go ahead and look at your romance angels. And I feel like that King of Cups in your outcome, that's talking about excuse me, that's talking about being in love, because this person loves, and if it's not you, this person loves you. I'll pull actually a clarifier card for that. But let's go ahead and see what the Romance Angels card flirts. Aha! So, hey, that literally means, you know, talking, giving that offer, communicating. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Well, to the other that you know, okay? Not just any other, okay? Because Capricorns, you know who you want to give this cut to, okay? You know who you want to give this pentacle to, okay? All right, let me move this up a little bit so y'all can see the cards a little better. Let me go ahead and quickly clarify this King of Cups as well. What's up with this King of Cups? What's going on with this King of Cups? Aha! Yeah, could be you guys. Somebody offering you a cup of a Page of Pentacles, offering you something that is long-term, a long-term connection, long-term commitment, what have you. This person either is offering that to you, or you are going to offer that to them, or that's who you are looking to offer it. But they're in love and you're in love. Oh, wow. All right, Capricorn. And just because you guys went through a cycle of perfecting your skills, I don't see you guys getting the 8 of Swords in the future, feeling stuck in your thoughts. I don't see that. I feel like emotionally you're not sure what to do. Maybe you're feeling very stuck, but you know what to do, though. I feel like reaching out to that person is is what's kind of holding you back. It's a little bit daunting, but you have a lot of love for this person. And I think you feel it too, that the other person feels the same way, or else they wouldn't come up in the outcome like that. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Amen. Okay? Amen. Totally can agree with this.